evening. From Dr. Isaac Manatana, and you bring Yamon Aquaba Zerba, my dream Nsem Jumezi. Dama Jumezi, your mental health Jumeza, you discuss about a dream Nsem Cotin. The mental health. We've made a lot of comments and statements about what actually mental health and mental health what it is. We've talked about it now. Yamina Duma every Tuesday from 6 to 7 p.m. We discuss basically issues relating to mental health. Now, when you look at many of the illnesses we know about, there is also a mental health dimension to all these illnesses. Now, Jumezize yeba kanuma asem. We'll make it very simple and also such that ubia botumna or share wetumata asim. Inti yamona kwa bazirba ma Nsem Jumezi na. Today too we have an important topic and so call a friend, call a relative na one share ma Nsem Jumezi. Inti don't wanna say the word share. Now in there I think last 2 weeks I start about issues relating to Benin na Besia Mpema Gruzi. Na in there so yerbo continue. Last week be about sexual aversion disorder. Mental health disorder, I don't know. People don't really have the desire and also they can't put themselves in a sex mode there. One I think wunya before sex no. On sheda and kopapa. Into the Nsem Nsem pinyen ye kan wasem. Now in there we're going to talk about something important. We are Tunisian premature ejaculation in onye erectile dysfunction, premature ejaculation in erectile dysfunction. There yekede Benin, especially from Benin for yen Mpema Gruzi. Ebinum one Mpema Gruzi no no in some pinyen womb on one sem na in the yerbaka. And so stay in tune. Now to help with this discussion, like I always come here with I'm here with Miss Anita Paddy. Also, mental health issues. Anita, you're welcome. And I'm also here with your nutritionist all joining recently. Our friend Mami Boabin Odum, Benes Boabin Odum. Also, you're welcome. And in the Rabbi Bieni, what Buani I discuss about in Beninfu issue now on your some crowd had. So thank you for deciding to watch us this evening. Now, if you have any questions or any comments along the line, you will be full lines now too. Now you can also call 02075666185 02075666185. You can also call in during the time. Okay. When we say premature ejaculation, Anita, what is it?
For our cover, Ejaculation, the master said the beer, Mojimre, a date, and I'm friends, so me and I since on the before. And they say, Obama, most importantly, it happens with a mema. So, Obama, no, either before. On your ban bedi impemo agro na say inkita hono na oho asane like you ejaculate oho so neba and I say just immediately after penetration ti mo share agro na se na oho aba inti say before penetration and kasa who be sane and I say musha say na just some few minutes, some few seconds to a minute na who asano. And most of the times, you know, a bad problem, especially say 2 people involved, no, or and I say it causing some level of distress. And
before we come there, now I think that people really want some timelines. They want to find out because now when you talk about sex, people have all kinds of ideas, you know, and people think they have to go 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, that kind of thing. And because of that, people rate themselves in Kofu or measure. They use other standards to measure. But premature ejaculation, does it have any minutes that because I know that normally they almost sani within a minute.
Yeah.
Within a minute of penetration, that is premature. But how enough is enough? You know, because it even differs from countries to country.
And it differs from the individual to individual because of our different makeups in it. But when you are talking about premature ejaculation, there were levels. There were more mild, there were moderate, and there was severe. With mild form, at least it's mostly after you have penetrated, say like 30 minutes to a minute, 30 seconds to a minute. 30 seconds to a minute. Then nipa no ihunsuo beba. With moderate, no, between 15 seconds to 30 minutes, just after penetration. Until penetrating, yeah, 15 to 30 seconds, no, na nipa ne ho aba. With a severe, no, within 15 seconds. So mostly it is assumed that a shasi and sana wa to me penetrate. It comes before you penetrate. So if you are going strictly by timelines there, then can't three nina whether mild, moderate or severe na within 15 seconds to a minute.
Yeah. Yeah. But even for I really wanted to find out about if we say how long should someone last in bed. I know for men and for all the studies the average is about 6 minutes.
Yeah.
It's about average is about 6 minutes.
The maximum is like 7 minutes.
Some other countries you can even go up to 10 minutes. But so all the things we hear because say we are talking about average. Of course, there are some people who are beyond average and generally average. So if someone is able to last about 5 minutes in bed, it can be normal.
I think there also it can be
you know the question there's a reason why I'm asking that, right? Because there are people with all kinds of ideas about how long sex must last. In job and the man or tete in a TV, and even the person may even watch pornography, right? And use that mindset in real situation.
Okay.
And this if for example or last 5 minutes or 6 minutes in bed or you know
okay, what about them?
You get what I'm saying? But it can be normal.
It can be normal, but nipa has a reason for concern when in kadebiano more than 5 minutes. So and yes I don't want to obi, but the one as individual no debiano, how long does it take? And today I cannot taking tia we are concerned that uhune say it's premature or you need medication or something. In the one found uhun to obi. Yeah, me jidi say ya kan wo aha say obia, we have that uniqueness of obia and uniqueness, no, it comes biologically, like your makeup, no, mine is different from hers. It is a meno every day. It is 10 minutes, 5 minutes. Then I have a cause. I have the alarm, a cause for alarm to ask myself, say, like what is happening? But if every day is 5 minutes and today is 5 minutes, somebody is telling me that, or no, to make or 10 minutes, I don't see why I should be alarmed, because they are different people.
Yeah.
I exactly. But I also think there's nipa ne bia na relationship a wa common e bia no onye nipa ne nye bibi dem da nti e bi so na nkasa mpo e new in it nti to the American we tete nkofo hona no anti o feel there nkofo si dey bia do more than 5 minutes nti only 5 minutes in ye wa bantem dodo. But if nipa onye fofo in it e bia anya the first time o aye na say bia wa call more than that, that is when there is cause for alarm. Oh no, obeka there, and yet them so ebiana it's over excitement.
This question has, because sometimes someone can come to you in the hospital and tell you that unperform, And the reason one perform is not ABR because or compare no to no, but the fact that what it say in some opinion. So normally when I said 5 minutes average or 6 minutes, a bit more even 10 minutes, and there are some studies that they did it even according to countries. And they even realized that it's the British men, they can even last longer on the average than other men. There were some countries where the men can last only for about 4 to 5 minutes, right, in bed. So if someone, so we can say that anybody around that is normal. But the mindset there be to 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours into, if you don't go that, it means that you have a problem. Because there are a lot of people are drinking all kinds of medications because they think that they are not performing.
And so, like I said, it is because most of the time you for but you ask yourself, say, in your state, is it causing you distress? How? And I say, are there not entities and but if it has been there like it's always is then I don't see why woman will be a draw to so and as we are going on, I know we are going to talk about a lot of things. And it's a lead man for Jane said they are not performing in other things because there are so many things that come to play. And so now Bedrin say if I won't perform and you may need a medication or something.
Yeah. But let me try and help some gentlemen. Basically, you can write premature ejaculation. Normally, normally within one minute, those with that problem won't want to stand in term. And there are a lot of factors. The average, all over average, it's about 5 minutes, 6 minutes. Others may even 4 minutes. Others even 10 minutes. And some obviously can go beyond 10 minutes. And so if was not a 5 minutes, it doesn't mean that you have a problem, right? And this thing comes to the fact that is it possible that people rate themselves based on the expectations of their partners?
Oh yes. Ebi wo ha na besia na complain there. Ebi ande ndanye adwuma ana there abantem dodo. And sometimes it's because besian ne previous relationships na ebi the person who was doing it or more than the 5 minutes or 7 minutes or whatever. Nti obeshia obi foforo na se nyipa ne nti there a crona, then the comparison setting not sure there or no yejuma. So then the person would have to start thinking, and there is a problem. Is there a problem with me or your baby? Then there is a cause for alarm.
So the man is normal. Just that the woman is not satisfied.
She's not satisfied with it because of.
So the problem may not be with the man. The problem is the fact that the woman is not satisfied.
But the problem is a woman always like that or
no. Let's say for always.
For always. Maybe
the man is able to last for 5 minutes, and we are saying 5 minutes is normal. But the woman is not satisfied with 5 minutes. They be on your side because that is the man, but the woman gets satisfied maybe beyond 5 minutes. So the problem may not be with the man. The problem has to do with the fact that the woman is not satisfied. It has nothing to do with the man. And church mercy, because it's supposed to be retained here now or a judge, because and things that or a premature ejaculation because of the concerns of the woman.
Now, premature ejaculation, I think say you kind of what it is. If 5 minutes, now you say between 15 seconds to 1 minute, you don't fall there. I don't see why you should think you have premature ejaculation. ABI, you may have another thing, not premature ejaculation. There can be other forms of sexual dysfunctions you are going through, not necessarily premature ejaculation. Because a premature ejaculation, yes, it leads to dissatisfaction of sex, like as now we are recipients or whoever the partner is. When you share down Gianna, we share down me a woman. But I think there are a lot to it. Because if one may and I say and soon or whatever, maybe you have to seek help and find why, what is actually happening. Because in the same way obema ne so no eno ne makeup ne baby obetumi abi, in the same way once oba you have a different makeup, maybe you can take longer when, and there are definitely some women, not that they also have premature ejaculation, but you enter them in kakra, they orgasm, and also that is them, except for cases where there are some medical or psychological other things underlying it. It's like that. So if you are a woman and your partner has an issue with the satisfaction, not more than 1 minute, as we are saying, if you are going strictly by the timeline, then I don't think it qualifies for premature ejaculation. It should be something else that you seek help.
Yeah. And to me, say we are putting all your issues to rest, and because now, no, especially with the kind of even media influences and everything on TV and what people watch and hear, it's causing undue pressure on some men to take certain medications. Now there are men who are going on all kinds of medication, and now one of the main issues you will see about herbal medications plus alcohol and sexual performance. Inti obi wabedan koinseni because we feel it there on perform, because there are all kinds of ideas around these things. But going forward, about 30 to 40% of men complain about something like that along their lifetime. And that means 1 out of every 3 or 1 out of every 4 men may have that challenge, along certain times of their lives. Now, say if, for example, wasn't on all the time, we have some people whose problem it's all the time. Right from a better Azerbaijan, they've never had any, they've had that problem. And there are some people, maybe in the past, they perform well, but now, they've realized that none at all, and they're having that problem, right? And so generally, the same level of that kind of problem. But what are some of the causes? I'm sure Obiru Chendin, why am I having this problem? What are some of the causes?
The causes the odoso. Nzama ozoban odoso. Sometimes it traces back to ebi oya abofran ma otiti, maybe strict warnings are onya concerning sex. Inti oyama, when he's exposed to such a akumatu na stronti ontumpo nyeza odoye. And then also
it's generally all fears and anxieties.
Generally. Then depression could also be a reason.
But you go back to anxiety. We have mentioned one there, people's perception about sex can make them too anxious during a sexual encounter, and they can have that problem. Right? Until basically maybe from the person's mind. What kind of fear situations when you have that kind of problem? Second point. Let's go to the second point. Fear that you can't perform. Yesterday you didn't perform well, but today in Kebotuma perform well, but you are afraid.
Because under that one in there, so ebia none there so and it's also because ebia na openyi panododo. Inti opede oyena nipa na kumato.
The person wants to be very careful about it.
Very careful. Ompedo lose nipa kon. Ompedo obey mistake. Nti at the end of the day, when
we pressure, what's going to be for that? You put pressure.
We don't put. People put.
You put pressure on yourself.
Yes, you want to put yourself in that. May the best mood.
No, but if the man also for some reason can't go the extent you expect. In check that can be obi cry to me yanukun and all the someone they I will know you are like that.
Such people are people who have tasted other people. You see, but say we near like where lies the comparison? What is the basis for the comparison? But if you have tasted other things, then you can say, and no people can say a fresh yogurt is nicer than the other yogurt here because we are tasty too. But one number, how does it become nicer than the other? It's pressure need there.
But can we say that? Can we say that even for the women, right? The satisfaction some of them don't get is because they use artificial gadgets, and men can never be like artificial gadgets. Into the sensation they feel by using, for example, the vibrators and all that, it's totally different.
You see.
And some women will prefer to masturbate with these things than have normal sex.
Because they have done it before. My issue here is like she's saying, there can be that fear. Say me nye dance, me pese me ye na me ye ni no who say me ni mature be ni ho. And that one, it is your who na who person who pleasing nipa, and then nipa na force who say pleasing. And even going down to fear has to do with a case where the person is not your wife. Yes, it's not a legal something or partner. The fear that, especially with those young people who engage in sexual activity,
fear of pregnancy, right? And fear of even infections and being caught.
And then then you go, and that fear, when fear grips you, it's another level. And you tell my own to mean perform, and you will get it. But this premature ejaculation we are talking about should persist for like 6 months, because to me, sorry, I know 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. Say for the past 3 days, sexual encounters are winning, and you why ejaculating before time, or you didn't get satisfaction, and so premature. No, it should be persistent over a period of 6 months and more. And for the past 6 months, if it is like that, then for you come seek help. Other tests and stuff will reveal that you have the premature ejaculation. Other than that,
into any fear at all can put, and some people, especially with this fear thing, we are insisting on fear because most of the problems is because of anxiety issues. Right now, even for this fear, there are some people who may have fear of being hurt because of a past experience, or maybe one way rape wonder, and our abuse wonder, traumatic event. Some of them may have that kind of fear and anxiety about the whole thing. Infections, But apart from that, we mentioned depression. Yeah.
Obi na nankasansa no be or be have sex
in a bad mood.
Very, very, very sad about a situation. Young fan there what bibi we jumum, which is very disheartening. Now obe fie, na year so per day, na year is in the mood. But because he wants to satisfy the wife, he will do it whilst thinking about what happened at work, and in the long run, something like that will happen.
Any others? Yeah. Stress. A brain one. So be a bra. There
is nothing you can do. If someone is stressed up, or not all rest or relax, not otiado. But sometimes a baby phone here na zo cry when we are stressed up, you feel there on yeshe mamenti ado mami yenwie preko na there is more rest after death. That is the perception we have. Intisa wa brempa obeya till there after finally obe breakdown and sana.
In addition to stress, I think there are other factors too that we have to consider. Yes.
There are other factors like genetic factors. Here can so be an biological makeup. Inti obi wo honoma generational. They transfer through our genes.
Maybe the person has other conditions which is genetically determined, and it's affecting the person's
and we have those with prostatitis.
Going into those other areas, or they insist before we go into those other causes, that another major thing has to do with the person has an erectile dysfunction. Erectile dysfunction, another, you can't maintain erections for any satisfying sexual encounter, and those ones, there are other causes, like diabetes, hypertension, cholesterol problems, and when a woman you drew as in, and you talked about prostate issues and all those things. The causes are plenty.
There is also overexcitement. When you are Jambroda, you end up not doing
like anything. For example, your wife has traveled for long, or being expectation, you miss.
Is too high. Interface
it's difficult.
And then too much stimulation. Also to me, pre
and no any comparison because in a case where you have engaged yourself in pornography. If you are addicted to pornography, gradually, because pornography stimulates you, and the video is quite long, until you've been watching this over and over and over and addicted to 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 15 minutes, then you go and meet a partner who can't match up to that long. Until you feel that
it can affect your performance. Yes,
it can very to me cause sad distress because of that, because for so long a time you've been watching that, and 5 minutes while a video is nice, you watch again, you stimulated yourself to a level the body has become so familiar with. Until if body has built that tolerance, then how does the person go down? It should either be the same or more. But once the body is adjusted to that, the least you can enjoy is that level.
Yeah.
Which should be when to me and do that level now, then you feel the person has a problem.
Yeah. So there are all kinds of things that can cause a man to have either erectile dysfunction or premature ejaculation, right? And that is why say if someone for some reason either has erectile dysfunction or the person has premature ejaculation, it is not a pharmacy issue or a herbal issue or an alcohol issue.
No.
And alcoholism will even make it worse.
Another thing for premature alcohol. Taking alcohol stimulates. So in the same way, senya obe nom ye budidi wakonom
alcohol would worsen the situation.
Body builds tolerance.
Yeah.
And now you need more to get that feeling now or starting now.
Yeah. And when people also have a certain low self-esteem about themselves, the person feels that I'm no good. But sometimes even if the person, right, is 5 minutes and the feedback the person has from the partner is more, then you realize that the person is able to build on that experience. But if all the feedback coming up is very negative, then even when it's normal, the person still feels about it, and it's going to get worse.
And like I said, before you engage in these things with your partner, can there be something like knowing that state of your partner before you engage in that?
You have a point. But but if you want to make any contribution or comments, or you have any experience you want to share, you can call 02075666185. 02075666185. The lines are open in team. Say make any comments, or you have a certain experience or you want to ask any question, you can call 02075666185. Now, you talk about premature ejaculation and erectile dysfunction. They are all virtually on the same level in the fact that men's performance in bed, because of certain reasons. The causes and the factors not those one. And they say if someone is having the problem, it's not really stepping into the pharmacy or something. You need a proper medical checkup to be able to identify what the problems are, so that they can help you. And we are stating here that alcohol and those things will make it worse over time. Things are going to get worse with alcohol. Into one hour, in order to increase our performance, you are going to get weaker even with time. And that is not the solution. If we're able to deal with the problems, and for example, if you have problems with the person you are relating with, one personal relationship now, it's not fine. It's also going to affect your performance. Now let's go to what are some of the effects. What will it do to someone if the person has this problem? what are some of the things that can come up?
There is embarrassment.
Embarrassment. I think that is embarrassment from what? It's between two people.
Yeah, but in the case the relationship is even a new one, or the relationship is fresh. Them now bibi the mesa the notion that one can say
the notion from where?
From Besian.
Is it only Besia?
And even Nankasa Mpo or there. Oh, Miami, I'm not there. I'm not a man. That alone will give him that kind of embarrassment. He feels he has disappointed himself. He has disappointed all men. He has disappointed his whoever, whether wife or girlfriend.
I'm trying to put you in that corner because if, for example, no matter the performance, right, the guy, he has a positive feedback from the other person. The person won't feel embarrassed.
If it's a positive feedback, that one will build him up. But if it's not a positive, definitely, or a negative, the embarrassment will be there. Imagine there, bibi the Mary. He's thinking, but Nankasa region in as a coca chain in Yankwe, and as a coca will baby them.
There's a major embarrassment around, that embarrassment may even affect their next performance. It's going to do that. Yeah, Anita, you wanted to say something about this embarrassment thing?
Embarrassment.
Yeah, because I feel that we have a major issue at homes, especially with this thing.
Your major issues are young.
Yeah.
But
why don't we talk about it?
Because in Africa, in Africa, to talk about sex is a very huge issue. Even with
even between partners, they don't talk about it.
Even after sex, they don't talk about it. Was it okay? How did you feel? Do you like it? Or after that is done, and so nobody talks about it. So it's a problem there. We need to educate a lot. We need to be educated a lot about this. Asura should know about it. Even counseling, what is done for me, I feel that what is being done during counseling.
Premarital counseling. What was it called?
Can you be that some people?
Yeah, hello.
Hello.
Yeah, hello. Good evening. Yeah, good evening. Your name and where you are calling from?
Yeah, my name is Nsem. I'm calling from Sydney.
Okay, Pacho, Ibutuma Kasa.
Okay. I'm not commenting. I'm going to say African women are lazy in bed.
Right.
Because what I'm doing and I know what they are. They expect the men to play a little role in sex making. But it's not like that. When you go to the Western world today, Mr. People would want them to put local on the horse. Oh, gosh, Africa. Well, we know what they are that I will do all the details for her to enjoy. No, we'll do Canada and then Greece. In Chileman, today, them premature ejaculation erectile dysfunction, as a result of African women not knowing how to be sex problems. Now, in Chileman, what you are doing a good job, but I'm warning you. You place your heart well. Thank you so much.
Sure.
I will let you talk. Let me talk. Because, I think it's made a point.
Yeah.
It's made a point.
Very good one.
But why is that so? Why is it our culture? Is it religion? What is it?
I was going to add that.
Yes.
It is not totally the women's fault.
Yes.
Cultural, like the way we are brought up.
Yeah.
Like she was saying,
Yeah.
I think 2 weeks ago when we were talking about sexual aversions, you see, most of us don't even know our pleasure parts. You need baby stimulating because we have not gone through such things. Growing up, no. sebe nyame awaduma na ya akola pa kosi se obeware which is your first time getting this, there's a high chance of acting as such to make it look like any form of sexual dysfunction. Until gradually it goes
yes, hello.
Yeah.
Hello, Pacho. Odini baby of Refi.
Please, hello.
Yeah, hello. Your name and where you are calling from?
My name is Christian. I'm calling from Ashoma.
Okay. Pacho betumi akasawai.
Okay, my question is in regards to the premature ejaculation.
Yes.
How do, if a man has a problem, how can it be resolved?
Okay.
What can the man to overcome?
Okay, Christian, we are going to come to that. Right, we are going to come to that very soon. Okay, thank you very much for calling. Yes.
So like I was saying, and even going except being curious to learn more. We are all used to this missionary style. Until as we are going on, you are reading, you are getting the knowledge and other things, then you know that there are other styles and you would want to explore. So if your social studies, maybe we can incorporate part of it into sex education or something.
Yeah.
But we always have the idea that who started training tema akolano would want to explore, and I say obese and I say. So if it cannot be done officially in school, no matter what, the children are watching it on the televisions. They are watching it through friends. They are getting to know it. And sakra no mako start and we have children as low as 12 years, 13, 15 giving birth. And because there are some who willingly engage themselves in that. It is back to resolving these issues there. Then it should be right from upbringing.
And parents must at some point decide to talk to their children.
Into one expose and being lazy in bed and whatever.
But I wanted to add to what he said that just to add on that though those factors are part, I think at this show, if someone has a premature ejaculation erectile dysfunction, premature, there are many causes. Aside all the things a woman has to do in bed, right, and one kasawu image has, and there are other causes, right? So a woman can do whatever he or she wants to do, but you can still have premature ejaculation. Erectile dysfunction is there. There are causes for those things, in addition to some of the things that has been raised and stuff. I think we've talked about something like that, so that obi orite blame because of that I'm having a problem.
But he made a very good point. But as a crossing there, he forgot that menyufu bi so ho maximum besiafu bi wa chere and the besiaze or there go. There are some men also will feel the besiaze or there that hozin na onu because he is the boss. At the end of the day, besiano so baba better hot there, you are the boss. That is to okay. But we all need to learn. We all need to tell each other, this is what I like, this is how you should do it, this is not them, and then we help each other. And if such a thing happens, nobody should blame anybody. We all have to talk. Then the woman would have to encourage the husband. Obey, let's try it again. Maybe it's because of this. Let's try it again.
But even with that talking, it may be difficult for people to even talk about, that in marriage. But let's go back to our friend then, the effects. You care about embarrassment, which is a basic thing, and it is more damaging when the woman involved uses that episode to insult the man. It makes the thing worse. It makes the thing worse because there are certain, we'll come to management very soon, where there are certain times it is both people who would have to help the man to be able to perform better. And it's if you use that as a reference point against the man, it makes it worse. But can it dissolve marriages?
Hey. Oh yeah. One, it can lead to cheating.
Yeah.
Until we are cheating, now I'm not satisfied, and there seem not to be any solution, even if there is, because and you say the satisfied now. Workers yen seeking help, like you are saying, we all don't want to talk about it. And if a mimic for some reasons I may decide not to let it out of the bag, may protect your the image so that another person doesn't get it.
Yeah, so if you're going to talk about it to a therapist or a doctor, and honestly, it's another major thing. Yeah.
And then or if there is not like intentionally you decide to go and do it, although it may also not be a mistake, but some way somehow
the intentional and intentional you decided on it. So,
but you know,
so
because
you are not satisfied.
You don't want to disgrace the person yet, so, and especially in cases where this premature ejaculation erectile dysfunction is yielding to childlessness.
Yeah, those with erectile dysfunction, childbearing can be a problem.
If maybe a one night stand or something just happens and you find yourself in that situation, now the one who is even not performing, in quotes, arrogance, that's it. Me wouldn't say mean to me, only
another topic, but it can lead to cheating. People can go behind their partner because of that.
Even the men themselves will go and check if another person, yes, he would want to
suspicion and trust. Honestly,
be sure that Senankasa Oko no try with Obifufra obey and now there. Then he will know that he has a problem.
Yeah.
Then the problem is with the woman.
Yeah. And apart from family breakdown, as in especially divorce and that kind of thing, can it affect people's other performance at work and the rest?
It can. You are in a state of distress every day. You see, this in adverts TV so people concerning low sperm count and
sexual performance and stuff.
Most of the time, the workplace or court basa. It's a whole trend of adverts now. And that's why what's not job, even among friends.
Even in Tinia,
did you cry on to me? Did you know? How you see? So it depicts that. And how we pay in the bedroom, it transcends to all other forms of relationship. When you go to work, you are thinking about the bedroom. Meanwhile, the people you are working with, they don't know your bedroom. When you meet friends, you are thinking about the bedroom. Meanwhile, we don't know the bedroom. So every time, if you're unconsciously, you make us know that there is something wrong. Where you cannot vividly tell us what is wrong because you would want to save your bedroom. But there is something wrong. So it affects all other relationships that go around you. Your social environment, everything, it affects it.
Yeah, and some people will decide not to marry at all because they have that kind of problem. And if marriage breaks down, obviously children and everything is also they will all suffer. Divorce and stuff can help.
You have a child before this thing is coming to. What is your problem? In a case where you don't have a child, then you it's also
another problem. So general performance goes down. Now, Yeri and Domino, when we talk about the treatment of this thing, it is a holistic approach. It's not just one way. There are different things depending on the cause. One way. That is why we advise people that when you're having this kind of problem, you don't just walk to a pharmacy or something to get this medication. Because some of these medications are also dangerous. That if you have an underlying problem like hypertension, diabetes, and those things, it can give you major problems. And what are some of the things that people can do to? For erectile dysfunction, there are all kinds of medical and surgical problems here and there. And that one, we know some medications and sub-treatment modalities can help, with erectile, with erectile dysfunction. Yeah, but premature ejaculations, what are some of the basic things that can help people to be able to deal with that? Yeah.
First of all, I think they should go to the hospital.
Yeah. So it's not just the man; the two of them have to. The help is for the two of them.
For the two of them, they should both go and then talk to a doctor or a specialist or whoever.
A psychologist or
whoever is there. Now, the way forward, they will assess them and then they will know where the problem is coming from. Then they will proceed from there. And then they will get encouragement and assurance from the psychologist or
about the situation, and the way forward.
But from my background, I will
we'll come to that. We'll come to nutrition. Yes.
You see, let's say the management of any problem has to do with the cause, the root cause. So now you find out that maybe it's fear that is causing it. What is causing the fear?
We have to deal with the fear.
Deal with the fear. Because there have been cases who started bottle 1, 2, 3, then the problem is solved.
They're fine.
So what is causing the fear? How does it start? You know, there are lots of questions you have to get to know about everything that is happening. And through them you see, oh, even there are some people who do not do too well when there are lights. So it could be that you are not paying attention, but if your lights are it is in your bedroom. There are some people who are not used to darkness. It could be the light na mudum no, na won't mean. And there may be petty things that you have not really paid attention to, but I know the underlying problem.
So we have to know the cause, and be able to, and that one you need to talk to a professional.
Yeah.
Yes, a doctor, a psychologist, and stuff. And based on the particular problem, they may refer you to the appropriate place for help. But that means we don't deal with issues like that at home.
Definitely, because at home, no. You see, ansana mo babe who say a problem, and ansana wo babe jatum say a problem. Something had gone on.
Yeah.
So if it is obana na ede eno eyewa, obana ma wo hu say wo nyo obema, there's tempest has risen up to a level say oka no kre no, but oka na bufu so. And see that pain, that feeling that I don't match up, I am not man enough now. And never cause so sad distress. But when the two of you have talked through this and you have realized that there is a problem, then willingly the two of you can go and see.
Yeah.
But in a case where a before na ba where the now unko cause mean to me and me and I just a doom pompon subia in quotes atawache to a level who feels away there, and being a Christian or this kind of person, I would not want to cheat, I would not want to do this or that, then you go and seek help. Other than that, people will still be in there.
Yeah, so going to the pharmacy and stuff straight away doesn't help. You need to go to the hospital for help. Now, say hospital now, depending on the problem, then they will find help. Right? So if, for example, erectile dysfunction, there are all kinds of medications and stuff and other therapies they are going to do to help. But it's not every problem you can deal with. There are some people in the midst of all those problems, they still they still have that problem, and it will be difficult, and they may have to learn to live with it, right? But aside the medical in Yamano, what other self-help in Yama people can do to help them?
Avoid alcohol.
Alcohol is also not good, right? Yes.
Avoid pornography.
Pornography doesn't help too much. It gives you all kinds of ideas, right?
They should have very good self-image about themselves.
Yeah.
And then their self-esteem should also not be low. They should believe in themselves. Now, ebiso ha nobody imagine of you there or ya katkatododo and now osododo nti that is not what the husband wants, or that is not what the wife wants. Nti such issues, so if they are tackled nankasa or sheno hono kade mamiti bia, maybe my wife likes me like that, or my wife loves me like that. No, so it will help.
Can I ask a funny question?
Yeah, you ask.
This body image thing. So what about?
Yeah, hello. Hello, Panchawuzina baby Frefi.
Hello.
Yeah, hello. You can go ahead. Okay, Pachobe to me akasawai. Yeah, Joseph, you can go ahead.
Yeah, but the herbal
Yes.
I don't know whether it's possible to have side effects on a child.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much. I'm not sure whether there's a certain herbal product that suya or so. I think you mentioned it, and whether it has a negative effect. Yeah. What we are saying is that if you have this problem, don't go and buy herbs. Don't go to the pharmacy straight away. Get to the hospital. There are many factors and many causes to this problem. As the most of the drugs are it's just situational. There perform, it makes you stronger and whatever. And after that, the problem still is there. So that is not the way forward. But if we deal with the underlying problem, then you are going to have a longer and a lasting relief from that kind of problem, right? Now, you were talking. You wanted to ask a question. Yes.
My question has to do with this body image.
Yeah.
Imagine this man has a big belly, and big belly, you are okay with yourself as the man, but the woman you are doing the thing, if it is not the woman on top or whatever way, and it's this missionary, and you are suffocating this woman, or kind of said that but we have this as Ghanaians, as Africans, we think more pot bellies, they are rich. And out of anger, outburst or whatever, this woman say, well, what happens?
Any comment at all about sex for men damages them forever.
By your belly too, you are not making any.
Only asem, but in Jawasu or belly, you won't see we can't say because you have a belly problem.
But
you should have, yes.
See, when women are pregnant,
yes,
they don't lie and have.
Yes.
Why?
No, forget about whether they are pregnant.
So it's like a man who is pregnant.
No. So
there are different styles. That is why we need to learn.
See,
I mean, we all need to learn.
Come to the fact that this body image thing, if you have a low self-esteem, you cannot snap out of it easily. It is something we have to work on. In the same way, irrespective of how you perceive yourself, there is a reason, or there are some cognitive issues in you have that perception of yourself. You think that you don't match up. Let's deal with that because you can't snap out of this big belly you are suffocating me with. Say,
but you can't also say that just obi also or there yes.
Men can say yes. You can
during the
when you also become pregnant, I will tell you to yeah. Today we've talked about premature ejaculation, and I really want to wrap up with the management. Martin, that there are various causes to this problem, and depending on the cause, that is when you find help. Trying to go to the pharmacy, you're going to get some medication somewhere may not be the solution. You need a certain kind of solution. And there are physical problems, there are psychological problems, there are social problems relating to this issue. And depending on the issue, there is help. But generally, sometimes, depending on the problem, Obama will be just to help you perform better. And the doctor or whoever prescribed the medication will be able to monitor you and find out whether things are going on well. There are other therapies. Obama will deal with psychotherapies. Obama will deal with you or your anxiety and fears. And if you have some interpersonal issues and stuff with your partner, we can help. But we are saying that this problem, the wife needs to help the husband or the partner, to be able to deal with this kind of problem. It is not just the man's problem. It's also the woman's problem. And if the two of them work together, it is easier to deal with the problem. And some of the basic self-help, there are certain pelvic floor, exercises on Iba hospital now that sure to tighten up your pelvic muscles and stuff to help you, stay longer. And the other also, you press the mouth of the penis, when you're just about to ejaculate. Now, to hold it a bit, then you can continue again. And there are all kinds of other therapies to help you deal with this kind of problem. But we want to advise that this is not just a home remedy issue. It is difficult to talk about it, but there are professionals who have been trained to help you. When you go, they must advise us to the way forward, depending on the problem. There are some people who don't even need drugs at all. They don't need anything like that to be able to deal with this problem. So we are wishing you all the best. Next week we are going to continue with another sex-related issue, and there are also some food stuff. 1 minute, Benis. What kind of food stuff people can eat to help?
They can take eggs.
Eggs help.
Good. Eggs help boost the.
Okay, good.
Dark chocolate is good.
Dark chocolate.
Oats.
Yes.
Oats, suye. Avocado pear.
Also helps.
Is also good. Salmon is also good. Oysters
also help. So these basic foods, they help boost your sexual, desires and performance and stuff. It may help, but when you go to hospital, the doctors have a way of helping. And especially in our generation where we are used to social media and all kinds of information. In Google, you get all kinds of inyama, but make sure that a professional is guiding you through this. It is difficult to talk about it, but say eco hospital, those people will be we train you to be able to listen to you and to help you. Margin Nsem Jumezi yeka about mental health issue every Tuesday from 6 to 7. Ye bahadi ye nyomba zinkomo. Na ye wo nyisum there next week the same times the same days Tuesday. You would also make time to watch us. Yamisha Wonyina. After this show, if you want to get in touch, you can call 0249 802 500 0249 802 500. From tomorrow, you can call if there are any issues that you need clarification or you need help for. Yamisha Wonyina. We're also live on Facebook, and you can watch us also on Facebook. This video is on Facebook. You can go and review it. Yamisha Wonyina, Yakra.